Hey Soul Tribe, it's the Joy Healer Kathy Weiss. I use my gifts as an intuitive, clairvoyant, and source energy channel to help people find deep fulfillment and lasting freedom at the level of their soul, which is joy. And I am coming to you live from my reading room here on the central coast of California with your weekly energy reading for the week of June 8th, 2020. And this week, guys, we are going to be talking all about repeated messages. We're going to be talking about blanks, or when there's like blank energy, a little bit about the calm at the center of the storm. So as we go along today, if you have any questions or comments, shoot them down there. It's always nice to just give me a shout out or a wave if you're here with me live, just because, then I know I'm not alone. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I want to talk about this guy to start. This is Peacock Spirit from Colette Baron Reed's Spirit Animal Oracle. And I pulled this card on Saturday for the collective over there on Instagram. And then I pulled this card on Sunday. Oh, and on Saturday, I was wearing my Peacock t-shirt before I even pulled the card. And then today I wanted to grab a card for myself. And oh, hey, there's Peacock again. So sometimes I know people can get frustrated when they're having an intuitive reading or a session or an energy healing session and the same card or the same message keeps coming up. And it's like, well, why? Why? It just means that that's it for right now. Like that's the part, that's the message, that's the thing you should be embodying or doing. And we don't always have to be adding layers. We don't always have to have a new message. We can go through periods of time that are simple or that are laser focused. And so what's really cool about Peacock, who has shown up several times in the last few days, is this right here, blasting from his heart, is this gorgeous, radiant, shining light. And this is going to tie right into today's channeled messages and the energy that we're going to talk about, which is letting your light shine into the world. Because when you are radiantly and fully and 100% yourself and following the calls to action that belong to you and that reside to you, you not only feel you feel like amazing and regal and beautiful like this peacock, but you also feel a deep sense of satisfaction and fulfillment and alignment. And that's definitely what joy is all about, and that's your birthright, and that's what source is always guiding you towards. So with Peacock continuing to show up repeatedly, it's really, really about unlocking your heart and letting the truth of who you are shine. And I sometimes feel a little bit like, and this is what I'm picking up, is like, does that mean on social media? Not necessarily. No, totally not. I mean, shining your light and being who you are is powerful beyond the walls of social media constructs. It's about being your fullest self with the way you interact with the people in your lives, with your pets, when you're alone by yourself, all of those things. And the social media aspect of it is a very small compartment, but we definitely, of course, want you to be your fullest self there as well. So before I get into today's channeled messages and some other goodies for you, I'd love to do a real quick energy healing today, or this is more like energy charge up rather than healing. So I'm going to be sending some energy in the form of colored light to you. If you would like to receive, all you have to do is have your hands in some kind of open position. It could be like this towards the camera, on your lap, or down by your side body. If you're newer to energy healing or you just kind of want to observe and see what that's like, you can just gently have your hands face down on your chest or your lap, or make some soft fists, and that will close you off for the type of energy healing that we're doing today, or energy infusion, whatever you want to call it. It's good stuff. So if you are going to be receiving, go ahead and just let yourself come into an open and receptive posture. And right away, like I heard the words repeated, light shine, like your light shines. And so I'm sending really, really lovely white light. It's like the pure white light that is your source. And it's the connection to the truth of who you are. Because you guys, you are the universe bursting forth through you as you. The universe wants to experience the physical world as you, through your perspective, through your experiences, through the things that light you up. And for that to shine and radiate through you to touch and affect, and empower other people to do the same. A little bit of purple behind that. And then kind of closing with a really, really dark navy blue. That's nice. Okay, and we are complete. So sometimes people want to know what the colors mean. I'm sure they mean awesome things. And when I'm sending them, I'm just channeling them through because I know that you need them, or they're what source is guiding us to send. So if you're like really curious, like Google that. Like Google is our friend, right? So you guys can go check that out. I have a really, really lovely and simple channeled message for you in our messages book. It's super short and sweet today. Then I'm going to drop a little bit more, I think, in behind that. So check it out. Here's what it says. Being, benign presence, simplicity, wonder. Is the call to action yours? For it is not meant to be everyone. Does it bring you joy? Does it provide the meaning you seek it to be? Sit with your life, your inner quest. In solitude, discover your truth, your purpose, your mission. Mine is joy. We'll talk about that in a second. Not all souls have nor need to pursue all missions. Let me say that again so we hear it correctly. Not all souls need nor have to pursue all missions, right? Not all call to action are yours. We have diverse calls to action. You are varied on purpose. Heed and answer this. What is yours? That will produce all required results for the good of all. Complete. It's a really simple message, but I think really powerful. And what I am interpreting behind it is that many of us feel called to action right now. And the question that your guides or that source is asking of you is that call to action yours? Is it going to bring you fulfillment and joy and satisfaction to pursue that call to action? Or is it just going to feel like you've jumped on a bandwagon because lots of people are called to that? Nobody's right or wrong in answering calls to action as long as they fulfill you. And so that's what your guides are saying. And they say right here, not everyone is required to pursue all calls to action. We're varied on purpose because there are so many calls to action right now in the world. Pursue yours, right? And mine, like I said, mine is pursuing joy, not only for myself, but to help guide and illuminate that for other people. So let me tell you a really quick story, okay? This past Saturday, the Joy Academy got started. And the Joy Academy is this super exclusive, intimate group of people, women, who are learning about their energetic layers and how to heal and come into alignment with their joy and let their joy radiate out into the world. And I was like so on fire. There is this moment that I hope all of you experience at least once, if not multiple times in your life. There are moments for me, much like what we do when we're here together on Mondays, but it goes even deeper, where I just drop in. And dropping in feels like the most pure alignment to source, where the words that come out of my mouth are exactly the words that those exact people need to hear in that moment. And I don't even know what the fuck I said, honestly. It just comes through, but it feels like liquid gold. And in that moment, I know that I'm living my purpose. And I feel amazing when that happens. And so my joy is in doing that, in channeling those messages. And then the rest of the day, guys, I was flying high. I was so tuned in. I was receiving more and more and more information from the members and participants of the Joy Academy. Like, they're going to be like blown out of the water over the next couple of months with how much is coming through, because that's my mission. That's my purpose. I'm shining a light onto joy for people. So hear and know, that's how you want to feel with whatever call to action you're pursuing. You want to feel so dropped in. You want to feel like liquid gold is pouring and coursing through your body. And you want to feel like even after you have completed the call to action or the real world stuff that you're doing, you want to feel flying high and engaged and tuned in, turned on, whatever. You want to feel that for the rest of the day, not depleted at all, but more like so jazzed up. So know this: finding, hearing, knowing, living your purpose, and aligning your heart and your life with that is often so simple and such an integral part of who you are that sometimes you just don't recognize it. And we can miss the signs and the symbols or the feelings or the recognition of what it is. And we can start to get a little bit off from it or distracted from our call to action because other people are busy like shouting out about theirs, and we just sort of like wander away from that shining of our light and our deliciousness out into the world in a way that's really meaningful, right? Like with the Joy Academy, I'm not blasting that all over social media. I'm like in it with those people, and that's it. And that's really meaningful and valuable. We want to find that for you. If you're having a difficult time, if you don't know what that is, if you don't know what it feels like to have that liquid gold flowing through your body, I can totally help you. That is a part of my gift as an intuitive and a healer and a channel, is that I can drop into that same place I was just describing for the Joy Academy. I can drop into that for you if you need help. If you don't need help, God bless you. And I'm going to send you all that delicious white light and the purple and the blue today and let you go do it. But if you need some help and some support and you want a little bit more of like getting back on your path and really lasering in and being like Peacock Spirit, who I lost. I don't know where Peacock went. I can hook you up. You can message me. You can go to thejoyhealer.com. All those good things. Let's have an oracle card, though, that's for today and for this week. So, and it will be hysterical, by the way, if I am shuffling the deck right now and Peacock comes out again, I'm just going to be like, drop mic on stage, walk away. You know what I mean? But I have a feeling something different is going to come out to sort of wrap up and support this message. This is a pretty, like, prolific deck. There's a lot of cards in here. And let's take a look. Yeah. So when I invite people to pick cards, a lot of times they're looking at like, where do we see breaks or something sticking out? And I'm just like, I'm not quite feeling it. I'm going to cut the deck one more time, 2 more times, 3 more times. Oh, there we go. And it fell out. So that's how we know it's today's card. Oh, we got 2, you guys. We got Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And we got Butterfly Spirit, transformation is beautiful. I have been seeing butterflies everywhere lately. Like, not just like, ooh, I see butterflies, but they're like all up in my face and in my grill. This definitely, butterflies have been communicating with me a lot lately. And they really are about like the unfolding beauty of what Peacock was saying, like shining your light into the world often requires some sort of transformation where you're shedding old versions of yourself that were in some ways preventing you from shining your light and just being you in all of your gloriousness, because that gives other people permission to do the same. Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. It's sort of like what I'm hearing with this is that a lot of times you guys hear the messages that I deliver for you, and like you get them in your head, and you might even get them in your heart. But there is sometimes like a roadblock preventing you from turning them into action, into the real world. And that's what Wolf Spirit is here for today. He's sort of saying, take all of that beautiful knowledge and it becomes wisdom when you act on it. That's when it's more deep into the cells of your being and you infuse it into the world. Yeah, because, oh, look, it says Wolf Spirit leads you deep into the enchanted forest that holds the secrets to your life. Can you sense her beckoning you to follow, asking you to take all that you have learned and all you are learning and make it yours, right? You've got to integrate things and the knowledge that you hear and learn and be like, let them infuse into your body and your mind and your spirit, which means that they will begin to infuse your actions in the world and give you that permission that you need to really shine brightly. Guys, woo, you can see when I get really hot, there's a lot of info coming through. You are the one that you have been waiting for. I love that ancient wisdom. It's so beautiful. You are the one you have been waiting for. It's time to transform fully into yourself, and it's time for you to recognize your soul's calling, your calls to action, and really start to live them fully, because again, that's where your deep fulfillment and satisfaction and joy and that feeling of liquid gold are going to come from. So again, guys, if you need help with that, please message me or pop over to thejoyhealer.com and learn how I might support you in going a little bit deeper with that. And if you're all good, I am all good with that, and I love you so much. Thank you for being here with me again today. I will see you next week for another weekly energy reading. You guys are awesome. I love you. Namaste. Bye.